Good morning.
Good morning, man.
It's Sunday morning.
Good way to start.
7:37 a.m.
I'm proud of y'all guys. Proud of everybody.
I woke up at 5 a.m. Woke my wife up. She's not happy. She said, "You woke me up at 5." I was like, "My bad."
Was it just your alarm a little loud? I'm assuming, right?
My alarm went off and then my watch went off, but I popped right up. Had to get a little lift in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make the baby's bottle.
Would you just go down there and get a?
I just did like an hour lift. I was waiting for you.
You lift this
and
morning?
you were late. Every time he gets out of bed, it's him lifting.
Yeah, it's a deadlift.
Every time he gets out of the
You know
seat,
why?
it's lifting.
When I take a pee, it's a deadlift too, player.
Anyway.
What's up, Joey? How about you, man? How's your day, brother?
I don't know.
2 weeks out?
Oh, you did early. It's early.
Yeah.
2 weeks out, how you feeling?
2 weeks out, feel pretty good, you know. Feel kind of at peace. Like whatever's going to happen is going to happen. We're going to go out there and be vicious and try to get the biggest win in my career.
When do you leave? That
next
Tuesday?
And next Tuesday, not this
It's a nice
Tuesday,
little flight
next
out there,
Tuesday.
right? A little further than
it's
Vegas.
6.5 hours.
You going to do any type of tours stuff out there while you're out there, like take advantage of
Out
it?
in Seattle.
I didn't.
I'm only asking because like the fish market. Go see the fish market.
I heard about it. I heard it was like really good. I don't know. Probably not. If I do anything, I'll probably just go out in nature. I know they got like some cool parks and stuff.
100%. If you could do like their parks are probably sick.
Yeah, I'd like to see some of the big old trees out there. I heard they're massive.
I love nature. You like nature, Kurt?
Did you not just see my disgust a little
Why
bit on
don't
my
you
face?
like nature?
Like what?
It's just the woods, just
Bro,
walking
the
around outside.
The trees are
Come on,
like,
man.
but the trees
Kurt
are
likes
like
backwoods.
Why'd you say black? Did you say
didn't.
black?
Said backwoods, cuz.
But he said he's black. He likes backwoods.
I didn't
See,
say
that's
that
racist.
part. No, what the hell are you talking? I didn't say no damn he's black.
Even Dev's rubbing
We
his
always
head
got
over
to
there.
squeeze racism in here some way, somehow.
Guys, can we give it up for Dev?
Yeah, Dev's
Our
not
brothers
feeling
go
good.
do
Let's move
something.
on since nobody wanted to hear what I had to say. Next, let's
nature.
let's go over this London card here, Sean.
All right.
I have some takes for this, but go ahead, please.
You probably know a lot more of the people, Joey. If you want to start where do you want to start at? Because then I'll kind of just like touch on whatever.
I think I'm going to start at the middleweights on the prelims. It is the Montes. I'm not even going to try to say that guy's last name.
Yeah, it's
versus
crazy.
Antonio Trócoli. It's a weird thing seeing Trócoli in there. He's 35. I think he only has 2 fights or whatnot. I'm going to go with the Montes guy from the Contender Series. I think Trócoli's a big guy. He's tall. He's long. He's got potential, but for whatever reason, he's just not performing. You got anything on that?
No, the next fight I do though, Nathaniel Wood and Losene Keita.
Just talking about that fight with him being on a 3-fight losing streak. Other guy coming off like 4. He's on like 4-fight win streak. But for Trócoli, you feel like
Trócoli's on a 3-fight losing streak?
Yeah,
he's lost to
Shower Bullet,
Abdul Malik, and somebody else. Oh, and Trajan Gore.
Yeah,
Yep,
he's fighting for his job.
That's it, right? I thought when you get 3, you out.
I mean, dude. I mean, some people have had like 5.
I mean, Tony Ferguson had 7.
Yeah,
He ain't no Tony Ferguson. Though.
yeah.
So it's Nathaniel Wood and who?
Losene. How do you say this kid's name? He's good. Losene Keita. He was the one. He was supposed to fight Pitbull. Missed weight. Pitbull was like, "All right, I'm not fighting you," and then he got like super upset about like Pitbull not accepting the fight.
I don't
It's like, bro,
see that fight on.
I got this one right here. I was
Campbell?
thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Sean. Right.
well,
I see it
I
now,
skipped
I
them
see it.
because I didn't want to talk about
okay,
them.
my bad.
Okay. He's a French guy, right?
Yeah, he was a two-weight champion.
Was it Octagon?
Yeah.
This is gonna be interesting. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Keita by finish just because I don't know, like Nathaniel Wood's very good. I did think he lost his last fight. His last fight was against that Jose Delgado. Yeah, I thought he lost that fight. And if you just kind of look at Nathaniel, like he's not really getting any finishes. He's not getting finished either, but like his best win, like he beat Charles Johnson. Obviously, he lost to Muhammad Naimov, beat Andre Fili. So he had some really good wins. But if this kid makes weight, I think he's going to win.
I can't remember. Do you remember if he was short notice? Is that why he missed? Or did he just blow the opportunity?
No, he just blew the opportunity because it was I'm pretty sure it was over in the overseas card. Like it wasn't short notice. He just. blew it.
Listen, knowing you still got a job, you should be fired up.
Yo, he looks like a little Kevin Randleman.
Well, I'm gonna go with him too. I'm gonna go with Sean's pick by finish.
Yeah, I think
He's 16-1. Obviously, he's pretty nasty. So, I do remember seeing some of the highlights. He's like a nasty kickboxer.
yeah,
So.
good striker.
I'm also for the heavyweight division. The fight before that, they have Felipe Franco versus Mario Pinto. I'm gonna go with Mario Pinto to get that win. He's 6'4". He's a lot bigger. This guy was naturally a 205er that's coming up to heavyweight. What are you laughing about? What I missed?
Because no. When you said Mario Pinto, I was thinking about something. I was thinking about when he said my English not that good, and then he spoke in complete English.
Oh, no
perfectly.
way.
Yeah, after the fight.
Yeah. But I do think that he'll be able to win. He's naturally the bigger guy. This guy's moving up to heavyweight when he was a 205er. We've never really seen what he can do there yet. So I'm going to go with the resume that has been there already.
Next fight. This is going to be a good one. I guess his Axel Sola versus Mason Jones. I'm going with Axel Sola. He fought at 170 for his debut, but he's really a 55er. And he beat Reese McKee. It was a entertaining fight. This kid's good. He's big. He's 6'2" for what was 170, now 155. He's fighting Mason Jones. But Mason Jones can crack. His last fight, he knocked out, what's his name? The kid that fought last night, Oki.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think someone's definitely getting finished in this fight, but I think Axel is just going to be the better fighter.
I do remember saying this. I'm actually going to go with Mason Jones, just because I believe that the weight cut's going to be a lot on him coming back down to 170, and he is a big guy. I do remember watching that fight, but I'm going to go with Mason Jones. And
yeah, he looked big. Like he looked like a 70-pounder when they said he was 55.
yeah,
Mason Jones is on a nice run. He hasn't lost since 2022 to Ludovic Decline. So
was he like out for a little bit? Because then when he come back, it was like
he was away for a while.
Was it injury? Or you remember?
I think it was an injury.
Okay.
yeah, but I mean, it doesn't like he fought twice in 2025.
Yeah. Well, before that, when was the last time fighting? 24?
Um,
Sound like he had a break before he came back or something.
yeah, I don't 2025, 2024, but it was all. This is his second stint in the UFC. I forgot.
Okay. That's what it was. They brought him back.
Yes,
and he performed that night.
Yes,
he came back.
He lost to Ludovic Decline, went on a 4-fight win streak, came back, and now he beat Jeremy Stevens, and then he beat Oki, and now he's on. This is gonna be his third fight. What's the next one?
It's crazy how he's 17-2 and got cut.
Crazy.
That is crazy to me. But the featherweights here, you have Danny Silva versus Curtis Campbell. One's a contender series guy. He's 23 years old, 72-inch reach. I think Danny Silva has obviously been in the UFC for a little bit. I'm going to go with the new kid, the Curtis Campbell. He's 23. It's a little bit of a gamble, but I do think that he might be able to get him out of there. I don't think Danny Silva is anything super special. But yeah, I'm going to go with the contender series guy.
I have nothing on that one. But the next one, CLD versus Roman Dolidze. This is
CLD all day.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. However he wants.
I don't think that Roman has good jiu-jitsu, but I don't think he has good takedowns to really get it where he wants it to go. I think CLD is going to be too clean on the feet. Way better striker. Way more athletic. I don't think he's going to be able to get him down. He's been looking good as of late. Like, he lost to Gregory Rodriguez, but Gregory, I think, is a way better wrestler than Roman is. And then besides that, Armin Petrosian. So, yeah, he's on a nice run here. And I think he might finish Roman.
I do too.
So
I think he's
that might be a lock.
taken by KO or points.
That might be a lock.
I agree.
Who's next?
Evo?
Evo.
Bro.
I don't know how to say this name, but I'm picking Evo. I don't.
Do you? No.
Austen Lane's 1-4 in his last fights.
Do you remember his last fight?
No.
Baraniewski, you got to take him.
Bro.
I'm still picking him.
My bad. I can't get the name out. It was what's his name? Fuck.
I don't know,
All these
but I'm
pop-ups.
going Baraniewski. Baraniewski.
Barn.
It was
burner
Ivo
fight.
versus Ebo.
Bro,
Yeah.
go watch. It was probably
Oh,
one
yeah,
of the.
I know. I remember. Yes,
it was
yes,
nuts.
yes.
It was like
Yes.
they both went to the depths of hell to like like it was a crazy fight.
Yeah,
bro.
both got dropped.
Crazy. Fight.
Yeah.
Horrible, and like
But Austen Lane's not. Yeah, I'm not picking
crazy
Austen Lane.
fight.
Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson. This is kind of a weird fight for MVP. I know he was kind of being very vocal about them not giving him matchups. Excuse me. He was at 185. He was having success there, but he wanted to come back down. Obviously, he's from UK. This is the UK card. They wanted to get him on here. I think he was a little upset with the matchup, like thinking he was going to get a ranked guy, which I thought he would have got a ranked guy. But Sam Patterson's, he was a 155er, moved up to 170, having good success. He's got, I think, at least 2 knockouts in a row, something like
They got
that.
either 3 or 4 fight. Right?
Four fight.
Michael Venom Page is going to smoke Sam Patterson.
He bit off a lot more than he could chew here.
I
feel
think his, I think MVP's movement and the way he darts in is just going to be too much for Sam. I think Sam's probably used to being the taller, like they're both about the same height, but like when you're that tall and then you're going against someone who's also that tall, I think it kind of changes things up. Like he's probably used to going against people who are a lot shorter than him, not as explosive as MVP. And Sam Patterson's not a huge wrestling threat like back in the day, like Logan Storley from Bellator. Even like Ian has better wrestling than him. I just don't see him taking MVP down and grinding him out. I think this is going to be a blowout. I think this is going to be MVP's first finish in the UFC.
I was even looking at the competition. Like I said, Sam Patterson for Danny Barlow, Kiefer Crosby.
What do you about to say, bro?
No.
You're looking at me like a...
No, I went to ask you. He started to talk, but I went to ask you.
no.
You think by points or like a KO?
I think it's submission. I mean, it's a submission. I'm thinking of someone else. I think he's going to knock him out. Knock him out or points. I only see MVP submitting anybody. Whose phone's going off? Is that you? You're crazy, bro. Production is crazy here, man.
If I don't go to bed with the alarm on, how do I get up? I can't put it on.
Now you just... But
Or the messages.
when you wake it up, you just go like this. There's these buttons on these iPhones that you hit that silence it.
Make it about you, Kurt. Whatever.
With that little ass mustache. Next fight.
Is that chocolate milk?
I'm going Luke Riley simply because of the haircut.
What if I told you to trust the matchmaking here?
They're trying... Well, then it would be Luke Riley.
No, I'm saying that this. I don't know if people. This is going to be it should be a really good fight. If
yeah,
you watch
but-
this kid versus Balaji,
100%, but it should be Luke. They're trying to build Luke Riley. They probably gave him this kid knowing like kid's a decent striker, not a great grappler. This is going to be like a good test and a path. They can see the path to victory for Luke Riley here, which would be obviously on the feet. I think it's a good test for him, but I think he should win. And like Joey said, the haircut.
And he beat that Olympic silver medalist or whatever, that Bogdan guy, his last fight.
Bogdan Grant. Okay.
Yeah, so that was a good showing by him. He did get hurt a little bit in that fight too, but and Aswell is bad dude too. You know, he comes to bang, but I'm gonna go with the Luke Riley. I can't believe that Aswell is 25.
Oh, where?
My man looks 35.
I also can't believe that they made this the co-main event.
Yeah.
Well, we just witnessed that, which we're going to after this. But yeah, you just witnessed that.
Movsar Lerone versus I was going to say him and Leon Edwards, like they look very similar.
Who?
Lerone and like they're not their faces, their builds. Like their builds look like exactly the same. Same build. 145, 170, same build.
Was that the direction you were going at first, or because I squinted?
What? Because you're black? No, I would have said this. I would have said that.
All right. No, because sometimes
I don't think you and Dev look the same. You're both
shit.
bald.
Where the fuck is that?
Sometimes
Both bald.
Sometimes
Both bald.
Y'all get it completely wrong. I was told I look like LeBron James before.
Check Congo.
I'll take
LeBron's
check.
crazy.
LeBron's
crazy.
From a white man.
From a white?
Yes, from a white. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes y'all be so far off that it's like,
You
Why
gotta be
wait?
far
Why,
off too,
I'm
though.
not. Why are you saying y'all? I don't think he looked like LeBron.
sometimes y'all be so far off
crazy.
That's why I said.
Do you think
I
we
thought
all
you
look
were about
alike?
to say LeBron looked like. and I was about to say they-
No. Like
Yeah.
they're builds.
I got you.
They're
Do you
both
think
jacked.
we all look alike?
I'm picking Movsar. I think if you look at like Lerone, he is a good fighter. But even in that one fight with Aaron Pico was able to get him down 2 times in the first round before a finish happened. You know, so like if he can get him down twice in one round in like 3 minutes, what do you think Movsar is going to be able to do to him? He's very dangerous on the feet, very creative. But I just think Movsar is just going to do pretty much what what's his name did last night to Chris Curtis.
And that
Orabai.
Yeah,
that'd definitely possibly be the scare. But I think, and the only difference with when you look at Movsar versus Pico is just Movsar doesn't care to do all that extra additional boxing that Pico. Movsar doesn't care to stay on the feet.
He's not going to give you
that much more.
He's not going to give you the chances.
He gets him on the cage, pressures him, stuff like that.
Is he coming off of an injury? Because he hasn't fought since.
Yeah, he hasn't fought in a while.
Since December of 24.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I don't know.
I think he was playing the waiting game, and they didn't.
He said he was hurt. Well, he was supposed to fight. After he beat Aljo, he was supposed to fight someone, and he pulled out. Yeah. He pulled out. Like he said, Movsar. He said he was hurt, but
okay, because he fought
Aljo. He was supposed to fight Pico. Remember, he pulled out, and then that's when Murphy jumped in.
Just to go into that a little more, which I had in my notes, is like in which. At this point, I don't know how you go with Lerone at all. That's just my personal take, because even if you go back watch like Movsar versus Diego Lopez, when you watch that fight, Diego obviously, what you see this with a lot of strong wrestlers, like a good guard retention. What was that? Guard retention?
Guard retention
slows down wrestling. It makes them not want to deal with the grappling so much. But he even was able to overwhelm that. And granted, Diego stepped in short notice, I believe, when he came in, right? But for Murphy, he doesn't have that. He doesn't. I don't think he has the guard. I think he has made a good career, like getting back up from people that take him down. Yeah. But there's outside of when I was watching it, he can go southpaw a little bit. He does got this stabbing kick that slowed down like Josh Emmett a little, but it's no solution. It's no. There to me, it's like I don't get how you can go Murphy at all unless you expect him to get some sort of miraculous finish like he did on Aaron Pico, which I just don't think
it is always possible. But I just don't see it.
Can't see it, right?
So I'm going Movsar.
Yeah.
That's UFC London. Let's go back to last night. Mm-hmm. We had Josh Emmett versus Kevin Vallejos. That's how you say his name. This was a good card. And like, remember we were talking about last week, like saying how there's so many. We were just saying there's so many fighters in the UFC, and it's hard to keep up with everyone. But that doesn't mean they're not going to be good fights. Like two people could fight on the street and be two completely random bums, and it could be an entertaining fight. So there's definitely some.
Can I run through and just ask you some questions?
There's some good fights. Yeah.
All right. Starting with Bia Mesquita. Are you y'all familiar? Just Jiu-Jitsu girl?
Yeah,
decorated.
I seen that. You said her name. I didn't. I don't.
Is it Bia Mesquita?
I don't know her name.
Okay.
I seen her. I seen the submission.
This is our second one. She's very exciting. I think it adds a lot of flavor to just women's MMA. Mm-hmm. She's something to look forward to. Just saying. I think my question was, being such a declarated BJJ prospect and winning with such dominance, do you think this will carry over into the elite and she'll still be able to do it with so much ease, or just ultimately do you eventually just catch up to your talent?
Yeah, I mean, I think women's, obviously it's not like when Ronda was running through everyone. Like, she was just, so much better than everybody, where I don't think that
Did she catch up to Holmes and them?
Or? I don't think the talent gap is that far, but I think that it's still, if you're elite at jiu-jitsu, I still think you have a very, good chance of beating a lot of these girls.
Okay.
I think you have it's not like we're men, the talent gap's smaller. I think we're a lot more well rounded than you have a girl who comes in you see when Buchecha came in, his jiu-jitsu background didn't mean much. I think with girls, I think it's a little bit different.
All right. Eric Anders versus Brad Tavares. Eric pretty solid. One great fight. Two, I wasn't aware. Were you aware that was his last fight already?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, I was not aware of that. And my only question for that is, I got good time for your boy to retire. Joe, knowing Eric a little bit, training, what allows him to walk away so comfortably? Do you know anything that
Yeah, no, he's got a couple investments. He just built his gym. He even said yesterday that it's profitable already. So he's been setting himself up for life after fighting for the last couple fights. He just doesn't have the drive anymore, and I'm happy for him. I'm glad he got his win. But I know he's good after fighting financially, so good for him, and I'm happy for him, and I like him a lot.
No, Eric's the man. Good career. He had 20 fights in the UFC. But yeah, you can kind of tell he's just I don't want to do this. And what better way to go out on top with a great win? I'm pretty sure his son was in his corner, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's
so. Like Joey just said, you just open the gym, and you can't do both. You can't be a professional fighter and own a gym. I've seen guys try to do it. It's too much. Like one's going to suffer. So good for him on giving up his career, being done. He is 37, 38 years old. So great time to go out on a win and go train some future champions.
I think it's just also dope to see him do things on the highest level in multiple.
Yeah.
You make it to whatever. You play for Alabama. You win a national championship. It's like harder than people could ever probably imagine.
And more importantly, he's a good dude.
Yeah,
like, he's just a solid dude.
I met Eric because of Joey, and I stay. He stays in contact with me through Instagram because he follows Alex.
Yeah. Oh, through.
Yeah. He every time he would be at the gym, he would talk with Alex about what it was like being a college football player and all that shit.
You always got to insert yourself, man.
Shut up. Ain't that what Dick eating is?
Shut up, man.
Don't let me say this guy's name. What was it? Manuel Sosa versus Baraniewski. One, they got performance of the night. Good for them.
Yeah.
Both fun fighters. That was an exciting fight. Pretty exciting fight to watch. But I think that dude is going to have some good matchups. Souza.
Did you watch his fight on the Contender Series? It was a good. Once I didn't recognize his name, but then it was a good fight. And then obviously he's exciting. Watching him carry over this fight, it was back and forth. I'm surprised. I'm just surprised someone didn't get finished sooner. Like I thought someone was getting fucked.
Well, Balaji for a slightly smart. He fought a very smarter way than being out coming out so like fast, so hot or whatever. And Sousa's just. I think about the third round.
He wanted that Kimura, and I don't know if you've seen it or not. He was trying to rip that Kimura.
Yeah,
really entertaining fight.
One part in this, like I said, I know I said this before, but there is just still a hesitant with fighters knowing when they can literally blast a guy because I think again it's on the way up. You don't have to think about it too much. Both hands up, go for it, like knee. And it was a point where Balaji had a clean shot, and he just didn't do it. But I just think guys got to really get that out of their heads about the 2 hands down, blah, blah, blah. But like as you coming up, it just seemed like there are kill shots there that people are still hesitant about that.
Yeah, because
they got to reverse out of their psychology.
We've gone for so long knowing one rule, and now they're changed. You got to kind of change the way that you're seeing it. So, yeah, it's definitely something that guys have to adjust.
Sosa was throwing that heat in like the first 2 minutes of the first round. I thought he was going to punch dude out the cage.
They were both throwing heat.
Yeah, they were.
But it was a great fight.
Elijah Smith, Su Young Yu.
His pops in this corner too.
That's cool,
which
man.
Is cool. Yeah.
I don't remember his dad. I never.
He was getting. He was like an average. Like he was good, but he was getting grappled up in the first round. Kept getting back up. So if it was going to keep going the way it was going, I don't think the one I don't know how to say his name. Su Young Yu. He was all kinds of takedowns, like lifting.
Yeah.
He was getting back up, picking him up, putting him down. Like, man, this kid's going to get tired. And then Elijah Smith catches him, subs him.
Have there been any other children fighters in MMA yet?
I feel like there has been. I just don't
Probably
know.
not known guys.
No, I mean, I'm sure.
There's the dude from PFL.
I know. I know you're talking about.
Hawaiian dude or whatever.
Yes. Ray Cooper.
Oh, is that for it?
Ray Cooper. Yeah. Ray Cooper the third.
They fought the same dude.
It's because like NBA.
He got revenge.
No way.
Jake Shields, right?
Yeah.
I think it was Jake Shields beat his pop. And it might have been Jake Shields, but I know that it was someone he got revenge. I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. Come back to your pops. I got you, Dad.
In other sports, you see it more, but obviously, like
Do you think he got the submission off of this? I feel like when Smith landed the uppercut, what he dropped him with, I feel like the dude was like knocked out and didn't realize he was getting choked until he tapped.
Yeah, he was hurt from the punch.
I got you. Vitor's Petrino versus Steven Aswell.
Scrap, good scrap.
Performance, man.
Good scrap, man.
You can't look at that body and judge it, man.
Good scrap.
It was good scrap. It was good scrap. I'm just saying.
No, I know.
He is a very.
Wait, I'm assuming he was very overweight at one point, lost a bunch of weight, and
you just would have thought.
Now he's in the UFC, and they were. I caught the end of it. I was doing something, and they were swinging. They were swinging, and I from what I've seen, I thought Steven won, but obviously I was wrong. Yeah, because I only seen the end of it. Chris Curtis, Orbai did what Orbai does, grappled him up. Chris Curtis was very frustrated. Couldn't break the hands. Couldn't do much, man. It's
19 takedowns. Oh,
Orbai looked good, and he was throwing on him too. Like definitely hit him in the back of the head a couple of times. Where Chris was like protesting it, but he was protesting it, and he was still getting punched, and the ref wasn't doing anything. So it's like you got to kind of find the line where it's just like you got to just protect yourself because he was getting hit pretty hard.
My question after that fight is the gap in grappling from one fighter to another something matchmakers need to really consider when creating these scraps in order to avoid that criticism of those grappling
because
performances?
it's like if you can't defend it, that's not the matchmaker's fault. It's not the other guy's fault. That's your fault and it's not. Chris was doing all the right things. Orbai was just one step ahead of him. He was just a better fighter. Yeah, that's it. Because obviously Chris was trying to land on the feet, and then Chris is a great boxer, southpaw, hard to deal with. And Orbai wanted none of that, and he took all that away by.
How do you beat that?
Beat what?
That Orbai style. So my question is, do you have to have the knowledge of what he's doing? Do you have to understand what he's doing?
Chris was doing all the right things, but I think with someone like that, like you have to have good jiu-jitsu off your back. Like you have to be a threat to when they do. You know you're going to get taken down. You have to be threatening them off your back to make them not want to be there.
He didn't have him and Rambecki for it, right?
Yeah.
He didn't keep him down like that, did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember what was stopping that though.
No, I can't remember.
Punches.
Oh, just coming forward, being on his ass.
Yeah.
I mean, even looking at this fight, like Orbai is not bad. He's obviously a very good wrestler, but when you throw shots up the middle, like they were trying to get Chris to do, he is so much less high caliber, where he's like kind of hesitant and like bouncing all over.
And I think what would have played into Chris's favor, which his corner was telling him, go forward, and Orbai was pushing him back the whole time. So it's hard to be as offensive when you're going backwards, and then obviously he would hit the fence, and then a shot would be right there.
Last question on this topic is, why do you feel like the grappler is being penalized for these type of performances? And also, if there were finishes at the end, would it silence all the critics?
Yeah, finishes obviously would make it a lot better, but it's because to the casual fan, they don't know what they're watching, and now like the UFC is definitely moving towards a more of an entertainment thing. So unless you're a fan of grappling, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, sambo, any kind of grappling art, like you might not find that entertaining. But to do what Orbai did last night, I enjoyed watching it. I know how hard it is to do that to someone and make it look effortless, because it's not effortless. He is working very hard. He's just very efficient. So yeah, I mean, it's not what everybody, like the casual person, wants to see. But if there's a sport, I know it's a crazy concept. It's called Muay Thai. If you want to see people beat the shit out of each other, go watch Muay Thai. They do it 1FC. They do it 4-ounce gloves. It's like the most vicious thing like you can watch, besides like bare knuckle. And it's amazing to watch how technical these guys are. Kicks, elbows, knees. If you want to watch who's the better fighter, that's what I think MMA is.
Ian Cutelaba, Umar Sy. I caught the very end.
You skipped Charles Johnson, Bruno Silva.
Yeah, I don't even got it in here. I got it in my notes. I'm not going off.
I thought Bruno Silva won the fight. I thought he won 2-1, but I'm happy to see Charles get the decision. It was close. He took it on short notice after being knocked out in his last fight. So yeah, good for him.
I think his hair is like just a choice. Like he being funny. He's trolling.
No, he's bald. You can see it on top. I thought it was a choice at first.
Oh, he's not trolling?
No.
Oh, damn. I
think he was bald, and then he was like, yeah, I'm gonna make this a thing.
Nah.
Yeah, you should do it.
No.
You and Dev should.
That's crazy though, because that's how my joint grows.
Is it?
Yeah. I got this.
Bro.
This is like.
Oh,
let it grow.
No.
Let it grow. Let it grow.
Yeah, I seen him walk out. I don't know why. I just was like, this is crazy.
Ian got a submission. It was a mounted guillotine, right?
Mm-hmm. It looked tight to you? Yeah, locked in pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Tight.
I didn't see. Unfortunately, I missed the very first part of that fight. This next fight was a banger, bro.
Harry Hardwick's a
I like that.
Pretty
name.
cool name.
I think that's a
Harry
name.
Hardwick.
That's
solid.
And
he broke his jaw. Unfortunately, that sucks.
Yeah.
He's going to be. But he said he likes protein shakes, smoothies, and energy drinks. So my man's going to be slurping on some.
Toughness 1 to 10 to finish that round out with the broken jaw.
Bro,
10?
yeah, that's insane. Yeah.
That was.
I remember we seen Eddie get his jaw broke. Remember at BKFC? Yeah.
Now, granted, this is what I was talking about earlier. This fight was one that you might have looked at like, why is this one here? Fortunately, this one actually did live up. It was actually entertainment for the position that it was in.
Yeah.
But I think we will see this more where they are spreading out the talent throughout the card. As we look at this card right here, the prelims were very exciting.
Yeah.
They showed up some of the fights where you were saying, why is this one out at the main? Why is that one out at the main? They showed up on the prelim. But fortunately, this fight actually did. It was entertaining as well.
I didn't see Andre Fili versus Jose Delgado. I heard a lot of people say that they thought Andre Fili won.
He had a good first round, and I thought Delgado started making those adjustments in the second round.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
It was closer than I was okay with a draw.
Okay, with the draw.
I'm just saying I would have been okay with either one winning, or it was a close fight. Right, but it's sad that Andre Fili being such a veteran, he seemed like he did prepare for this fight pretty well. It just sometimes just don't go your way.
Amanda Lemos versus Jillian Robertson. Jillian, I'm a fan of Jillian. I'm a fan of her style. Obviously, we all have kind of the same coach, Dean Thomas. Dean comes up with very good game plans, and looks like she followed it to the T. Mm-hmm. That's all I got to say about that.
Nothing. She got her shit going.
Yeah. Kevin Vallejos versus Josh Emmett. Unfortunately, I think this is like 4 or 5 in a row for Josh, and he's just kind of at that spot where he was beating a lot of guys, and then like now they're kind of using him as like a gatekeeper. Which, like, if you look at it, it's been like Leroy Murphy, this kid, I forget who else he fought. Taporia, like he's fought. So they're kind of just like using him as a sacrificial lamb.
I don't know if the kid can grapple, but his strike, like even some of his movement looked like Taporia. That's what they were saying last night. And when you look at it, like even like his boxing, having that little short, those little short half steps and stuff, I think the kid is good. I just haven't seen him grapple yet. I didn't get a chance to go look at his last performances. But even the age gap, he's 24, Josh is 41. I know you're gonna say you hang it up when you're ready to hang it up. Cool. But at some point, I thought it was good that Eric Anders fought Brad Tavares.
Yeah.
Both 38, both around the same level.
Yeah, I think that should be more of a thing too.
Put him closer to or Josh Emmett has to realize. I hate to say it like that. When Josh makes the decision that I'm no longer going after the title, I just want to fight a couple more scraps. Yeah. Maybe I'll fight some younger cans or some not so good up and comers or something. Take some fights that are actually winnable. Right now, I don't think this was it ever was a good matchup for him. I'm not sure. They also got performance for the night. Whole card delivered, man. What do I got here? Is the harsh critics necessary for growth or college? That is something that I want to know. So before this card, like I said, when I watched this card, I was like, no. This card lived up. Last night I felt a little hope where it was more like, okay, this was exciting. Like, it's still there. So I'm just saying, like, we are being a little harsh about the changes and the way the sport kind of looks, the matchups, some things that just aren't making sense. Yeah. I'm just saying, do you think are people being a little too harsh, or is the criticism of the sport necessary? Is it necessary for the growth?
What do you think, Joey?
Nah, I think it's necessary. I think you have to have the critics. I mean, we're the people are the consumer. I think that they're not happy with some of the matchups, some of the cards. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I haven't watched the last 3.
I don't think I think that there's too many fighters in the UFC for sure. Like, we can all agree on that. But I have always said, like, even Dana says it, when they put out a card and people shit on it, they're like, the fights haven't even happened yet, so how do you know it's a good card? Did you just fuck up my camera? You have to put the money in the swear jar because you.
I literally touched the leg back and moved my seat over.
But no, like, I just think there's too many guys to follow, so that makes it hard for. And like we're so used to seeing the guys that we know, and that's who you want to see. But the only way to find out about new fighters is you have to watch them fight. So I think the criticism is fair, but I do think that you can have a great night like last night. Then there's some god awful cards. Right? Yeah. So yeah, it just kind of depends.
I got you. Whole bunch of stuff here. I'm just going to fly through because I got a lot of notes, but I'm going to fly through them. Something we never talked about, the coach interviews when you see throughout the fight. You guys fans of that? I like it. I
like it. I don't like when they interview the fighters. Like, you ever see them interview the boxers before the fight? I'm like, leave that man alone.
But before they never bothered y'all.
Coaches is cool.
Yeah. You get to know some of them.
Leave the fighters alone, though. Yeah. So as long as they don't go to the fighters, I'm cool with that. Like, you don't want to. I think LFA used to, like, I fought for LFA once. They interviewed me before the fight. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like,
I would love to see John's interview.
Who?
John. Just to hear the shit he would say.
I'm just saying. Some of these coaches you don't even know. Like you watch these like let's say somebody like Kevin Holland. Like, you know his coach. I see the guy like the black dude. I know that's one of his coach. I don't even know his name. So it's like I'm just saying on a level to just get to know some of the coaches. I think that's pretty cool that they actually allow them to. At least you just get to hear their name and get to hear how they think and their philosophies and stuff.
I'm a fan of it. That's cool.
So just saying, was that a whatever? I got down here last night. I was looking at the Paramount marketing. 3 months for Paramount we've been. I think, did you see you might not have seen it, the storylines that they put out, like even with Lerone Murphy, like getting shot in the head.
Yeah.
They bring cinematics to it.
I like that.
Yeah, you like, okay. That's
because I was always a fan of, like, I'm a fan of the UFC countdowns. I was always a fan of the HBO, what was theirs? The road.
24/7.
24/7. I love that stuff. So I'm a fan of that.
I just think they're doing, you're seeing the production part in the sense of like cinematics and stuff like that, how they bring these trailers together, and you've seen a whole bunch of stuff. So there are pros and cons to Paramount. I'm not going to go into all of them, but as you accept the change, I don't know, you start to like it. And the last thing I was going to say about that was I thought the other day when they shared Bryce Mitchell, I guess he got Bryce coming up on a fight.
I don't know.
They shared Bryce, but I noticed when they was on ESPN, they never shared him like having a seizure, like after the Josh Emmett fight.
Yeah.
And now on Paramount, you kind of do see it. Like, so I don't know if something changed where like ESPN didn't want that level of violence being shown.
Yeah.
Because you also never seen like Jorge Masvidal after he knocked out Ben Askren and he just went and did the fault. They never showed that stuff. And then when they shared the clips the other day, you kind of seen that. And I'm like, well, what really changed besides Paramount? So
I mean, maybe it's stuff you haven't seen. So they're like, all right, like let's put this out there.
I got you. Yo. Bringing it over to you, talk about this a little bit. Your fight was announced April 25th. At first, it was just moved to May 9th.
Yes.
May 9th. Do you like this better than headlining the April 25th? And what would be the benefits of fighting in Newark, not on the main, or not being the main card versus where you are now?
So, obviously, being a main event is great, all that stuff. But for me, when they came to me with this opportunity, the amount of training I have to do more for a 5-round fight versus a 3-round fight versus, I'm not going to say how much they give us for a main event. It's the money is not worth the amount of more training I have to do in my body. The amount of just everything almost doubles. You go from 3 rounds to 5 rounds. It's just a lot more. So if I get the opportunity to fight for 3 rounds, like of course I'm going to take it. Obviously main events are great, but fighting closer to home is always better. I don't have to fly my entire team out there. I don't have to buy a way bigger Airbnb for everybody. I don't have to fly my child and my wife out there. Like, so that's just a whole nother thing. And just being close to home. Like, I fought coming up, it was Philly, Jersey, Philly. And obviously it was AC, but this is still New Jersey. So it's kind of like our second home. And, just it just has a home. It's going to feel
like a home field advantage.
Like a home field advantage, you know. So any chance I get to fight closer to home is an opportunity I'm going to take. And like I said, the money that they give you for a main event versus a 3-round fight, it's not worth it. It's not much. So
I got you. Last thing was like, does it remove any anxiety or pressure from fighting from main versus fighting on now underneath a probably would consider a bigger fight?
Obviously it's going to be I think. A main event's always cool. It brings you more eyeballs. But being on a khamzat card, with this card, it's a great card. It's definitely going to, I think there's going to be way more eyeballs on it. So.
Got you.
Yeah.
Khamzat and Strickland added to that card that just kind of blew that card out.
Yeah.
I think even when the tickets probably would have been affordable, they are definitely not going to be super crazy now.
What's affordable? $200? $100?
Hell no.
I would never say for myself. 400 is not bad for me. Now it's
I'm
about
just saying
what you're
for the
paying versus where
general
you
public.
sit.
What would you consider an affordable ticket?
Probably like 300.
300. I think the cheapest tickets I seen were like $400-500. I'm like, that's a lot of money. Like that's a lot of money.
I would say it's a lot of money.
That's
for
a lot
a
of money.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. I would never. Say
I definitely do wish that the tickets were a little bit cheaper. So,
do you think they would have been if that's such massive car?
No,
it still would have been expensive.
Yeah, bro. Like yes, I think they still would be as much as they are.
With a lesser event, with a lesser of a man.
It wouldn't be a like.
They would have had to put something.
There would have been someone else. The motherfuckers just can't leave the spot open.
But Khamzat versus Strickland is a massive fight right now.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
What else you got, brother?
Strickland said it should be on the White House lawn, but let's not go that route.
No.
He said they don't allow terrorists on the White House. My question is, how far is too far? Are we going too far yet? Or do you think this is going to get way worse?
Oh, way worse. Imagine those two on stage together. It's going to get
bad, right?
It's going to get bad, especially Strickland. He's not going to know how to act.
Yeah, he might be censored by Paramount after this shit. Strickland's. He's fucking nuts. Swear jar, my babe.
DC also said Khamzat offers big money in the training room for like guys to really try and put him on him. Do you believe that?
Yeah, who else?
You heard that before.
GSP's coach used to do it to him. Like if someone could take him down, he would pay him like $1,000 or something like that. So puts more pressure on him. I could see Khamzat definitely doing that.
If you offered me $1,000,
he's that kind of person. He's super competitive.
I had to get a takedown
on Khamzat.
On you.
On me?
$1,000?
No, you wouldn't.
I'm motivated by money.
$1,000 ain't that much. I'm stuffing your head right into the ground.
I doubt it.
Milk dud head.
Damn, milk dud head's crazy.
Yo, something from last week that carried over. I wanted to get your perspective on this because you are a jiu-jitsu guy. People confuse how Max got his black belt after his performance. Question, was it deserved, right? And what does the black belt journey truly mean? How much is it about skill versus how much is it about the commitment and performance-wise in MMA?
You can lose a fight the way Max did by being controlled and still be a black belt in jiu-jitsu. There's nothing wrong with him receiving his black belt. Like a black belt in jiu-jitsu is a journey. Like it's not, and the thing I posted the other day, like martial arts and fighting are two different things. Like MMA and fighting in a cage is a profession. Being a martial artist is a lifelong journey. It's just like I'm a martial artist. But fighting is just a job I do right now. So just because you lose, even if you get submitted, and black belts people get submitted all the time in jiu-jitsu. That doesn't mean you're not a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Defending against Charles matters though. That
100%. Not getting submitted by Charles shows you the level of Max. Charles was just one step ahead of him.
Sean, I'm on the same journey. I ain't got a black belt. What the fuck's going on?
What are you?
No, you just come to the gym and when shit's popping, you just post stupid ass videos to let people be letting these people think that you're on the mat actually getting it in.
I am getting it in. Bro.
Yo, you see the arm bar put on a heavy bag?
Yo, moving on. Are people counting Justin Gaethje out a little too early?
Yeah, it's a fight, but Topuria should be a.
He said something. It was like, "Don't worry, Justin. I'm not a such and like." It was just like it was that
disrespect.
I know. You know. It was like, "Don't worry, I'm not like a bad person. I'm gonna make this quick and short for you." Like
it's like when he said to Charles, "Like I'm sorry, it has to be you" or something like that.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love the theatrics of it, but it's definitely like, is he looking through Justin Gaethje too easily already?
Yeah, I mean, but it's Topuria. But it's Topuria. He's done that done what he's done to everybody.
I'm hoping Gaethje fucking starches him.
Oh, imagine him beating Topuria on the White House lawn. Anything's possible, but that would be huge for the sport, the country.
Did Nicky Rod win?
No, it was a draw.
A draw?
Yeah. That kid's I'm pretty sure he blew out his knee. Did you see
Nicky did? Nicky blew out his own knee?
I think he got double-legged, and the way his knee bent, it did not look good. And I know I think he had a seminar in PA. I was actually going to ask you because I know you talked to him more. If you talked to him, he canceled it because I think he.
Nicky Rod versus Elder Cruz was cringe, not because it was big. It was a good match to watch. Nice back.
Watch his knee bend. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
The way it went sideways.
Yeah, it got stuck.
Yeah. So, what else you got on that?
Real quick, going through some of these matchups that was announced. I'm going to start with the one that definitely made me say it. It was Bilal versus Bonfim. That gets announced, and it was kind of just like, well, what?
I knew that was on the table. I knew that's what they were doing, but they're trying to build Bonfim up off of a former champion. That's what they do. So it's like, are you coming or are you going? Or can Bilal beat someone who's a young up and comer, or is Gabriel Bonfim going to beat a former champion and assert his way into the top 10?
All right. So I was talking to Dean about this, and this is where my mind is with it. It's like, I can't answer it because I don't know the mind of Bilal in the sense of where he wants his career to go. But my thought is, if you're still after title contingency, right? Like you want, then to all of you guys, I would say patience and negotiation is key.
Yeah.
Not taking, I hate to say holding out, but it's like if at that age, at 38 or 37, you have to be very calculated.
Do what Kamara's doing.
Exactly, right? Versus, like I said,
just taking whatever.
Somebody else, maybe you can take a risk. I got time to take a risk. I still got time to get it. But at 38 or 37, whatever Bilal is, I think this, like, what are you telling us here? But Dean was saying it's also not Bilal's choice at this point. They are saying take it or leave it. So I do get it. But you could also leave it, right?
You could leave it, and they could also leave you.
Yeah. Now you're 40.
They could leave you,
40
brother.
or 40 getting your next fight because you ain't fighting 2 years.
Your girl could leave you at home, and you're left at home.
Aljamain versus Law, I like.
A good fight. I like that fight.
I do like that, and there was.
They went on like a spree of announcing fights.
Fights. Oh, Song Yadong versus Davis Figueroa. Yeah. I guess
that's a good fight.
I like that, and it was one more out there.
Yeah, I kind of don't like how they announced like all the fight. Yeah, because like
you used to want that intro build up, right?
And it takes away from us getting to post about our own fight. Like when they would do one at a time, like it gives you your shine of like, like I got this fight coming up, and I feel like they kind of took that away because they were announcing like whole cards and guys would get like lost in the shuffle. As to where like when they would usually say if they announced UFC 300, whatever it is, they would announce like it'd be a main event, co-main event, and they would put all the different fights on there, and then like you'd be like, oh, like this guy's on the card. Instead, they just announced the whole card, and then you see, and it's like like I didn't really get to get my poster because that means stuff to guys, So hey, it is what it is.
I got you. Speaking of just older people. Kobe, is he bitter, salty?
Bitter, could have fought Bo Nickel. I don't really talk shit about fighters. I do not like Kobe. I think he is a bitch. I think he's a big bitch.
Do you think he should have took that Bo Nickel fight?
I think he's a big bitch. I think he should have took they were talking shit at RAF. Bo said, you're coming up to 185. You want to fight on the White House. You're Donald Trump's favorite fighter. Clearly not. Clearly not his favorite fighter. You can't even get on the card, brother. And then they offered him the Bo fight. He said they didn't. I think that's a lie. So, and Bo came out recently and said, I still didn't sign my contract for Kyle Dawkins. We could still fight. So I was like, damn.
Didn't hear the part. That's, Bo
wants to smoke.
Bo dropping all the receipts. I got you.
You weren't here last week. What do you think about Dawkins versus Bo? Like just as a matchup. Like you think it's a good matchup?
Yeah, I think.
What do you like? What's your like? What do you think?
I think it was unexpected.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good matchup because Kyle's on his tear since his return, and he beat Michel Pereira and finished him, finished Gerald. Obviously, Bo has to come back against somebody pretty decent, and I think Kyle has shown that he's had a resurgence in his career. I think it's good. I'm excited for it. I think Kyle can catch him too. I think Kyle definitely is a better striker.
I could think he could submit him too.
I think he's going to get taken down
for sure.
But I think Kyle has good enough jiu-jitsu to survive Bo's like aggressive nature. So we'll see. But Bo didn't take down Rodolfo.
Yeah.
So
just like I was saying earlier, Kyle has that jiu-jitsu to where if he gets taken down, he can be offensive off of his back. And like you said, when you shoot in, your head's got to go somewhere. So he could be looking for those submissions right off the bat.
Speaking of bitter, Ronda Rousey, is she also bitter? She did a lot of talking over the week. What did y'all?
I did.
I think she's a little bit.
cooking.
I think she's a little bitter about how her whole exit went with the UFC. Like obviously, she lost to Holly Holm, comes back, loses to Amanda, and now I know they went to the UFC with this fight. The UFC was entertaining it. She wanted a certain number, and the UFC is like, that's not what they do anymore. Like they're not like even with John Jones not on the White House card. John Jones wanted a certain amount of money. They said, this is what we can give you. And it's just like we said earlier. It's taking.
What do y'all think that number was? Anybody got any idea?
For who? Holly?
I think it was 15 for John.
They offered John 15. Because I know they offered
What did John want?
30. Because that's what they offered him for the Tom
Is
Aspinall
John Jones
fight.
worth $30 million?
100%.
Yeah.
But John Jones, excuse me, John Jones screwed himself over when he didn't take the Tom Aspinall fight and didn't take that $30 million. And we knew he was going to be kicking himself in the butt for not taking it. But at the end of the day, he's still worth. Think about all the money John Jones has generated for the sport of the UFC.
Well, I think that's why Ronda's so salty, because she did the same thing, and she's saying, "How do you guys get $7 billion?" And you know, people still have to work jobs after they're done fighting in the UFC. So she definitely has a point. And but yeah, to say she's not bitter, of course she is. Why wouldn't you be bitter? You built the UFC for women's MMA. I don't think she was ever a great fighter. I just think she was so
her
far
skill gap
above
was
everybody.
so better than everybody.
But
she was just so much better.
But she put women's MMA on the map. I remember watching it as a kid and everybody talking about her. So yeah, I mean, she has a right to be bitter in a way.
I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. It was something I wanted to say. Oh, speaking of the $30 million, though, Francis says, "Yo, if you can get out that contract, come get this fight for $30
means absolutely
million."
nothing because he cannot get out of the contract. He has like 8 fights left on this deal.
No way.
Damn.
So
what's the penalty there? Or all that money you're gonna make, you're
gonna get sued.
You'll end up leaving with the same amount we was going to give you for a fight. Yeah, I guess you make $30 million and they take $20 million. It's like I left with 10. I guess so. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't even make any sense. That's cool. Nothing too much more. RDR moves up to 205. Y'all like it?
Yeah, I think RDR is a big dude. Like you see him, like he's definitely a big guy. He's probably like, I don't feel like cutting this weight anymore, so let's bump it up.
Armin says he has a date. Any idea who you think he could be fighting?
Hurricane?
I don't know.
That threw me off too. I don't know. Either. Like not Charles.
I know he's grappling Dylan Danis again though, and that other kid.
He put Muhammad Makayev out over the weekend too. Well, he's smaller than him, right?
He's a 125er.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Question for you. I got Izzy brings in Whitaker. Joe, eyeballs. Is that something that you look at? Is that something that you like? Whatever.
Izzy what?
Izzy brings in Whitaker for training. Izzy brings in Whitaker.
He brought in Robert
Whitaker
to help
for my fight.
Yeah. I was just saying, is that something that you view? Is it something that how do you look at that? Anything? No?
Cool.
All right.
I don't really have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, no problem. Just eyeballs. That's what I put. I'm gonna leave it here with this last question because I hear this a lot. It's sometimes where you hear people talk about the sport and they talk about like I hear people always bring up like Dana White doesn't look like he's interested, blah blah blah. Like seems like he's whatever. He's been doing this for 30 years, right? And even last night, when I was watching the fights, I actually got a little excited because the card was actually, it was like, this is what we used to love about the sport. Like this card is doing it. And my question is, does MMA live and breathe through Dana White, or does MMA always and will live and breathe through the spirit of the fighters and the warriors that step in there? Like if Dana doesn't have the passion for it, does the sport begin to deflate? Or like last night, I didn't think about Dana White at all.
As long as the matchups are still, as long as the fights deliver, it's going to keep going the way it's going. But when Dana White does hang it up, it's definitely going to take away from the sport for sure. Because Dana's like, he is a character in mixed martial arts as much as whether you love him or hate him, like he is a figurehead in the sport for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot I think the sport's a lot better when Dana's fucking hyping the fights up like he used to and doing like promos and shit like that. It was cool to even when they announced all those fights, like I liked seeing Dana up there talking for a while. Like it's just, I'm just a fan of him.
He's like Vince McMahon. That's how he is. No, we just said
no,
same person.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
but Vince McMahon ego is way less than Dana. Like Vince did some shit that Dana would never do.
Vince makes.
Vince going.
Francis would have been back.
Francis would have been back.
Yeah, I get that.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It will be weird when Dana White's not doing that. I agree. I do feel like Dana's like the voice of all MMA. I feel like even if it's not the UFC, I'd feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, make sure you sign up for Steady Picks. I've been on a nice. My picks have been. I'm positive for the year, man. So.
They also are doing a 7-day free trial for new people that sign up. So go check. If you just into MMA, like I said, they have other props and other bets and other sports that they also are in the green in. So I would definitely say go check them out. Add that to your repertoire of tools that you use in order to try and gain some sort of leverage with the bet.
For sure. Better pizza.
Did you notice this was a Papa John's hoodie?
They gave you another hoodie?
I went for another try, and they said, go fuck yourself.
They gave you a hoodie.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Damn. Yes, they did. But sign up for Steady Picks. We will see you guys next week. I will talk to you guys in the comments.
Yes. Peace.
I'm going to let you say it. Go ahead.
You going to let me say it?
Yeah.
Shout out that void.
Ah.